Just want to give you a look at the traffic department repairing the traffic signal. Well, not really the traffic department. Outside contractor repairing the traffic signal. But nevertheless, they're repairing the traffic signals. So I just want to give you a quick view of what goes on in the city. See how they got the bucket trucks suspending the sign in the air, because that thing is pretty heavy. It'd be almost impossible for you to do it free-handed. So I'm going to show you. And these guys are privately contractors hired by the city to do, I guess when the cities get overwhelmed, when they can't do all the work, they hire a company to do it. That's the company right there.
Delta 837 going
I don't know if you guys can see that. And they look like they're new. They look like they're new. Oh, that's 120 voltage, just so you know, you guys know. So like regular household voltage that you have in your outlet, that's what that runs off of. If you were to try to hold that thing up by yourself, that thing's probably almost like 150, 200 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. Definitely pretty heavy. Yeah, that one over there looked like one of the older ones over there. Not too old, but they might have just took it down and spray painted it and put it back up. You never know. Right next to Starfish. I know most of your people, well, most of y'all that live in Boston know where Starfish is. When you become an electrician, you see how that gentleman's carrying tools in his back pocket? That's all you need to carry. You don't need to carry a whole bunch of tools. Just get to carry the only tools that you're going to need, and you only need a few tools. So what he's doing was what I do. You know, carry a small amount of tools. If you need other tools, then you go get the other tools. But 90% of the time, the tools that you have is going to do the job. Because you've been in that field long enough to know what basic tools are in that field. When these trees get full leaves on them, that sign right there is going to be obstructed in the worst way. At least on this angle anyway. You won't even be able to see that sign at all. And you can barely see it now with the branches on it, but once the leaves start growing, it's going to really be obstructed. Just want to show you some footage of them repairing
Bravo,
a
850 Ocean Oregon
traffic
morning.
signal.
Charlie 805 Ocean Oregon morning.
And that's how they get their cables from one side of the street to the other. It goes in these tubings underground, and that's how they connect from pole to pole. So all those boxes that say BTD on it, those are pretty much the traffic cables that goes underground. It allows you to, you know, pretty much connect from pole to pole. So you can see a couple of them right in front of us right here. See if you can see that. There's two of them right there.
Hold me off 6 Wilmore Street on a larceny report, and I'm actually going to be in the square. The victims tracked the suspect down into the square using her cards and CBS and looking on it.
I have it. Do you want another car down to the square line?
Yeah, it might be an hour old, but he could still be down here. I'll just advise the 660 about it.
Okay, I have it. Charlie 660 when you're on at victims in the square, and Charlie Delta 20 for a larceny. Kilo 102.
I still don't know what that little box on the top does there. That might just be the chirper that makes that noise, but I never investigated to find out what that thing is. I don't think it's a camera. I think it's more or less a speaker on there. But one day I'll investigate to find out what it really is. I think it's a speaker that just makes that like a chirping sound. Some of them talk to you, but that's what I think it is. And it could be upgrading the oh, that's what they are doing. I see what they're doing. They're upgrading what you call that, the walk signal. So the buttons are different. If you see the buttons on the other side, it's the older style, and they're putting up the newer style on this side. I think those have like a red light on it, and it tells you. I haven't never used it, but I seen them before.
Bravo 452 Alpha.
452 Alpha.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be up on your inquiry.
The older ones look like that one over there, across the street.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You guys can see that one. It's just like a regular push button. The newer one has the it pretty much talks to you. It tells you to wait, and then it tells you when to cross. Some of them even tell you which street to cross over. Like, I heard they do different things, so it all depends. And this is a busy little area. It's a lot of stores. Like, there's no shortage of stores. There's like barber shops. There's everything over here. So there's a little bit of everything over here. Got a McDonald's across the street to the right. Got a bank, Sanders, or Dander, whatever how they pronounce it. I'm not sure if he's like putting a hole on the side of there or if he's taking that piece off. What I noticed on that pole over there, they put the push to walk button on the antenna pole. That pole that has the antenna on it. So it looks like they're doing an upgrade for the crossing signal. I know he's not doing all that to cut that strap. It's a very easy way of cutting that strap off of there, so he must be doing something else. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's putting another button on the other side. That's what he's doing. He's putting a button on the adjacent side. So theoretically, I guess you need a button. Depending on which way you're crossing the street, you push that button if you're crossing one way, If you're crossing the other way, you push that button across the other way. That's what it looks like anyway. And those signs do have arrows that point to which way you should cross the street, so that would make sense. So that way you don't tie up both traffic patterns. It's always easier to snake down than snaking up. Snaking up is always harder. It's easy to drop a tag line down and pull it up than try to snake it up. Not saying you can't do it, it's just easier.
Charlie 660, Ocean Oracle Bonus.
Morning. 660 to Charlie Delta 20 into Egleston Square with a victim of a large scene that occurred over on Fillmore Street against Space Station cars there. She's going to write a report, so when you're down there,
Just gonna get a couple more footage of this, then I'm gonna head up out of here. Just want to give you guys a basic idea of what they're doing.
I'm going to take a ride up to
And this also is going to help people be able to cross the street more effectively too, if they use the button the proper way.
Charlie 113, do you want to head that way? 9 River Street, speak to Charlie Delta 29, give me a comment on suspect.
We got it.
And did you say what door it's coming from, or?
Main entrance, and then it says perimeter 7 and 6. The individual that was on scene and gave the wrong passcode was a Greg Mumpton. Greg Mumpton?
Alright, yeah, the front door is locked, the back door is locked, so.
I have it.
So now he's gonna install the other base for the other button. So it's pretty much the way it's facing is probably the way you're gonna cross. So if you was crossing straight in front of us, going in that direction, you push the one that's pointing that direction. If you're crossing that direction, you push the one that's pointing that direction.
Black male, stocky build. He's wearing a black jacket with green sleeves and blue jeans.
Black pants, jockey bill, black jacket with gray sleeves and jeans.
Pretty quiet morning, which is not too bad. Not much else going on other than guy delivering a whole lot of beer over here. It's like the 4th or 5th pallet they brought out of beer going to that liquor store over there. Probably half that truck is gonna end up in that store. You'd be surprised at how much liquor is sold in this community. That's another thing I'll probably do a story on one day. How many liquor stores are in a square block area? There's quite a few of them. Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Just wanted to show you what they do in the city. I believe that's 14 gauge wire that they're using. I could be wrong, but I think that's 14 gauge wire. I don't think it's any less than that. If it is, it shouldn't be too much less than that. The only way to ask him is actually I can walk up there and take a look real close. Ask him what size wire that is. Probably. Actually, it looks like it's 14 gauge from here. What size wire is that? 14 gauge? 14? 12? One or the other. So if it's 12, that means it's pulling 20 amps at least. It looks like 14, but it could be 12. It's kind of hard to say without touching it. So those are the new heads that they're putting on, and those things are heavy too. Just so you guys know, those things are not light. Alright, keep up the good work, my man. Don't work too hard. I'm gonna head up out of here and go off to my next assignment. So they're basically doing the traffic lights and signals over, or giving it an upgrade, basically. So the next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter. I'll catch you on the next one.